we have here, folks, is the brand new Range Rover Sport, the brand new Infiniti QX80. And Nathan, what's over there?
The Toyota Highlander, current model, and over there, the 2014 Dodge Durango.
This is a proper TFL mashup. So what do we call this, Nathan?
We're gonna call this the Super Mega Mashup 3 Rows of Destiny.
Because?
All vehicles can have up to 3 rows of seats.
And that's the only thing that they have in common, and that is way too long, my man. I'm just going to call it the TFL Mega Mashup. Coming up
on the Fast Lane Car. Over the course of the next 4 days, we're going to review each and every one of these vehicles.
1 car per day, my man.
That's right.
That's how we roll here. And, you know, these cars obviously don't compete. That's why it's called a mashup. So don't type their apples to oranges, because we know that. But we do have cars that represent 4 different distinctive types of vehicles. The Range Rover, off-road worthy luxury.
This is everything luxury, and on top of it, it has really bad gas mileage.
How about the Highlander?
The Highlander gets pretty damn good gas mileage, and it's really the most pedestrian of all these vehicles.
Way over there, we've got the Durango, and that car, to my mind at least, represents the hot rod, at least if it was the RT version, but it does have the most attitude.
It certainly has a lot of attitude.
So which one should we review first?
I'm thinking right here.
Done.
Some people say style is subjective. And when you look at the QX80, it's beyond that because, well, at least it doesn't resemble anything on the road. But I'll tell you what it does resemble. See those little tiny mirrors from this distance? See the big grille? It kind of looks like a happy hippopotamus. I know, it's not exactly what I would call a style thing, and I'm not putting it down because, well, the hippos are cute, but it looks like a hippo.
Nathan, you sure you want to go there?
Yeah.
Happy hippo?
Happy hippo.
Because there's 2 other people in this video that might be considered happy hippos.
Who would that be? That's Kyle, the camera dude.
That's right, Kyle. Happy hippo.
Damn, come on, hippo. Come here. Come and cuddle for the film. Come on. Come, Kyle, come. Kyle, come here.
I think the comments
He's not gonna come.
I know, I could think the comments will be different. So Nathan, we are in what you call the hippopotamus, and I call Q from Star Trek. That was a reference, guys.
Yeah, there's some people who are not gonna, okay. You know, my dad, a long time ago, my dad had a 1955 Buick.
Yeah.
You know, and this actually looks a lot like it. And probably weighs the same. This weighs over 5,600 pounds. With you and I in here, we're basically at 6,000 pounds with this vehicle. Burly V8, manly V8, 400 horsepower, 413 pound-feet of torque, 7-speed automatic transmission that is baby smooth, and it can tow up to 8,500 pounds, which is awesome. Why do they call this a QX80? Because it used to be called the QX56 because of 5.6-liter V8. I don't know.
Maybe, Nathan, because it can tow 8,000 pounds. What do you think? 8,000 pounds, 80, but it's 8,500.
Yeah, see, so that, and then why isn't it the 85 or the 85?
It's confusing, man.
Yeah, this whole Q thing got stitched in my brain, can't take it anymore.
I know, it's like Star Trek. It does tow a lot, man. It has a very high tow rating. It's like a pickup truck, basically.
Well, yeah, and that's really the point, because it's based on a truck platform. So what you have here is a truck. Doesn't that sound nice?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you got a truck that has the...
Oh, God.
I know, that's the proximity. I don't know how to shut that off either.
How do you turn that off?
I have no idea how to shut that off.
Why is there proximity going on when we're driving?
Because we went really close to the cameraman. We were about to run him over.
But still, come on. It should be... Yeah, that's silly.
Well, it's to prevent us from, you know, dying. You know, it sounds better from the inside, or at least when I'm on the road, it sounds really good. In park? Not so much. The point is that, you know, so it's got some things on it that are over-stylized. You know, the ports on the side, which are obviously, you know, useless. But
Roadmaster-ish.
This ride, is this not a really good ride?
It's a very good ride. How's the steer and how does it drive?
Better than I thought it would. I mean, I've driven the back in the day when it was called the QX56,
yep.
and you know, it drives better than it looks. That's for sure. Big 22-inch wheels, right? Well, it doesn't feel like they're that big, and around corners, they're wide enough to really help it hug. It's surprisingly nimble for its size. The interior of the QX80 is kind of weird for me because, well, the materials are all top-notch. They're like Mercedes level, but there are a couple little issues. First of all, the seats are very, very comfortable, and overall, sightlines are excellent. But when you sit inside of it, well, you hit your head. How can a monster like this not be enough for me to get in and out of without whacking my head? And it happens all the time.
That's because your head's too big, Nathan.
Shut up.
You know, I don't know what Nathan's going on about. This thing is enormous, gigantic, ginormous. I mean, look at this. I've got tons of room for my legs, and I'm 6'2". I'm pretty big. I got tons of headroom. It's a big ass vehicle with just tons of leather and tons of wood. It feels like I'm sitting on a throne. If I had a family of 7, this would be a vehicle that I would certainly consider, because not only is it big, it's also very airy and very comfortable. The thing that impresses me most about this vehicle is, I think about 1.5 years ago we did a towing test with it, and we've now used our TFL towboat on various different pickups.
Yes.
And this is still the fastest. I know.
Yeah, yeah.
It is a powerful monster of a vehicle.
And we've taken it off-road, and it did really well. Despite its weight, it actually clawed up hills, and it's got street tires on it, and it did that last year, if you recall. And you know what? Off-road, on-road, it's a great vehicle.
I also like the way that you can get back here. Check it out. One latch. Look at that. No need to remove headrests. Come on in with me, Kyle. Yeah, okay, back here it's a little tighter. But let's face it, adults never sit in the way back. It's a place for kids, and kids are going to find this plenty big.
But it still looks like a happy hippo.
Yeah, you know, it's hard for me to get past the looks of the thing. It's very bulbous, very brown.
You know what? Well, I'm sorry, there's something you totally forgot. What? Brake check. Revenge! Yeah, it's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it would be really good if this thing weren't cinching up my left tit, because it's set at the very lowest setting.
Oh, that must have been my spouse who was sitting there who was so small.
Oh, look, I can't even put it up. This is so frustrating.
You want me to get you the ambulance?
Yes, I fit, and I would wager that Nathan would fit as well. This is an enormous vehicle, like I said. Perhaps the most fun feature, at least from a family standpoint of view, are these little buttons where you just push them. Check it out. And with no intervention on my part beyond the use of my 2 fingers, the seats fold down. Give it a shot here. I would say at least 2 Romans and 3 Nathans. Hey Nathan, this is almost identical in terms of price to the Range Rover.
Yeah, about 80 grand, right?
Yeah, 80 grand. So which one's better?
Let's find out by doing 0 to 60. All right, folks, 0 to 60. I'm gonna leave everything normal, and I'm gonna start with about 3,000 RPM. I'm sorry, it's only letting me go to 2,000, just under it. Here we go. First gear, here we go. Second gear. Hey. It sounds really good. And it moves like it's fast. Remember, guys, we're a mile above sea level. I know for guys who've been watching us for years, yeah, I said a lot, but there's a lot of people who are new who don't know that we're a mile above sea level. And guess what? That usually affects, in fact, it almost always affects 0 to 60 times, especially with normally aspirated engines. And yes, normally aspirated is a proper way of saying it. 8.28 seconds, and that was with a very simple start. And I think I might be able to do better with the traction control off. Okay, traction control's off. AC was off before, so it's still off. All right, let's see what happens. Ready, folks? Still not letting me do much with the accelerator here, but here we go. It's not bad. Feels like it might be a little faster. And it's not. It's a little bit slower. The traction control off, it went slower. So this time, 8.47.
All right, Nathan, on the TFL scale of buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, what do you give the Infiniti?
I'm going to give it a lease it. I would give it a buy it if I had a horse trailer, because that's really the only reason you should own this vehicle. It can tow like crazy, but it's not efficient, and it's just so big and massive. So yeah, a lease it.
Yeah, I agree. Give the Happy Hippo a lease it. So what car are we going to do tomorrow?
Ooh, I'm thinking maybe the Rover.
Yeah, I bet you it'll be faster.
I agree.
Come back for that tomorrow. As always, this is Roman.
And Nathan.
Thanks for watching, and remember, Range Rover tomorrow. Ciao. If I recall correctly, Nathan went about 8.21 seconds in the Infiniti, and I think I should be able to go faster in this because it's supercharged, and we are at a mile above sea level. That means that I do have a little advantage with forced induction, so let's give it a shot. I'm going to give it a little bit of brake torquing and just let it go. There we go. 340 horsepower, and there is 60 right there. Oh my. Check it out.